What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Survival Crate series. Today, of course, we got a few things that we gotta do. Now, last episode, we started getting some power set up for these ones. I still want to go through, I want to make sure this one's done before we actually start moving on to these two, just so they're fully complete and we don't ever have to worry ever a day in my life. So, something you're gonna need is an encased fan. So, we're gonna need to put that here. We're gonna have that go up. We're gonna have to try and figure out how to get a rotation speed controller. So, as far as I know of, we're going to need a rotation speed controller, quite a few fans because we're going to have these set for these ones. So far it's about 3 rotation speed controllers and, well, 30 fans, maybe 4, depending on how it goes. So let's go ahead. Let's head back to our base. Let's go ahead and get all that got. Let's get all of the materials, the fun little designy stuff, the stuff that's going to make me lose my mind. Probably not. Fans are pretty easy to make. It's an encased fan, andesite, and some pressed iron. That's pretty simple. Rotation speed controller, on the other hand, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna lose my mind. 100%. 80%. Well, no, I'm already about 90%, so we're gonna lose it. Probably. But as long as we have it, we should be perfectly fine and not have to worry about anything. Hopefully. And then we just gotta build the bridges for the trains and we'll be all set, man. We'll be all set. Hello, Enderman. Nice to see you again. Thanks for not putting the dirt block. Alright, so let's take some iron. Let's go ahead and crush the... Yeah, we'll just crush 32. Might as well. It should be pretty simple, right? We shouldn't have to worry. As you know, we're just going to crush a whole stack. I'm feeling adventurous today. I have plenty of iron now that I have an iron farm. Technically, I have 2 iron farms. So, one just makes a lot more than the other one ever will in its entire lifetime. So, we'll be okay. I think the amount of diamonds I have right now is perfectly fine. I just need the 3,000 emeralds so I can put every single one of these to have a, well, extra storage. But I need about 3,000 of the storage upgrades, not emeralds. I need 3,000, which means I need a lot of emeralds. I don't think I'm ready for that, but we'll have to wait until we get it. Alright, so we got that. What we are gonna do, we're just gonna make some propellers. Do some fun little andesite alloy. Alright, there we go. We have 10 encased fans. That should be plenty. Shouldn't have to worry. Alright, well, I had to go and get some food because we were struggling a little bit. But now all we got to do is make some rotation speed controllers. Alright, so we got the fans again. We just got to make some rotation speedy controllers. So you know what that means. Time to suffer. So if you don't know, we need 15 simple little cogwheels. We need 15 large cogwheels. And we need 15 iron nuggies. And it costs 3 golden sheets. 3 golden shits. So let's get those gold sheets. We'll go flying back over to our fun little pressy machine. We will press all 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And of course, we will separate one by one by one by one. I think I said that 4 times. Whoopsie. So these are for the deployers. Everything will go in here. All we gotta do is throw one here. Then we'll go onto the main spot. We go up here, we go boom, boom, boom. We got 1. We got the start of 1. And we just have to redo this about 15 times. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, we got one more set to go. Never mind, I'm a little bit dumb. Alright, now we have 1 set. Perfect, we got 1. We are lucky. We hit that 80% chance. Because for some odd reason, it likes to give me that other 20% chance a good 90% of the time, which makes no sense. And we gotta do this 2 more times. I put that to the wrong thing. I gotta go back there and grab it now. I did it again. God dang it. Alright, we got 2. We just got 1 more to go. 1 more. We'll be alright. Hopefully. I definitely want to see if I can find a machine that can auto do this for me. That'll be probably pretty easy. But I just gotta try and find a machine that can make it. Alright, so we got all 3. Now we just need 3 brass casings to get our 3 rotation speed controllers. Oh my god. We are complete. Do I not have brass anymore? Where's my brass? So we do this, we do that, and we go kabingo. We have rotation speed controllers. And now the only things that we need are large cogwheels. We gotta have 3 of those to input into our rotation. So we have those. Not bad. Pretty easy. Pretty standard. Alright. Let's head back and let's hopefully start everything. Alrighty. We're pretty here. Might as well just bunk. Alright, let's fly on up. Let's get all this started. Whoa. Alright, so we need this. Ooh, and that is going the wrong way. So you know what that means. We need another vertical gearbox to swap the rotation. So we do this, we do that, and we go bingo, and poof. We go here. Everything should be able to fly in. So let's go ahead and double check that. And everything got stuck. That's great. Ooh. So I'm probably going to need something here. If I put a fan here, I can push it on this side, and that should just push it up. So that should be pretty easy, right? Alright, so let's do this. We just got to connect these belts, which means we're going to have an initial connection in the first place. Let's actually go to sleep so I don't have to take the chance of a creeper blowing up over here. I'd rather not try and repair all this when it's already here. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get some gearboxes. We'll do that. If not, we can always swap this with gearboxes. We'll be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and cut some of this out real quick. So we do that. We do this. We go boom. Now, we're obviously going to need a spot for gearbox to come in. We are pretty close to here. So what I'm planning, if we just have encasings here, make it look like, a wall design, that'll be fine. So all we got to do, we're going to have to dig down quite a bit. And then we just get the shafts. We'll go here. We're going to need a gearbox. Actually, we can just use our encased chain drives. There you go. We'll just get rid of this one, or fix it at least. Not there. We'll do that. And then we just need a small little cogwheel that we can just throw in there. So we go boom, and then we go boom. Do this. Everything will spin perfectly good. Ouchie, my legs. Alright, so we'll do that. Everything goes out correctly. All we got to do is just add some encased ones here. Boom, everything will go through. And then we'll get auto input into this. Now, of course, we can speed this up, which we are going to. And that pushes everything there. So all we got to do is this. Let me get more cobblestone. Where's my cobblestone? Thank you. Yeah, we can just keep it these. Now, for a little design, or safety design, I guess, we could do that to make it look like it connects in. And then this piece, we do that one, so it just connects in. Now, obviously, it's not going to look the best because it looks really weird, but every single one of them is going to have it, or most of them. So that's a lot of things that we are going to have to do. So we go up here. Again, we can increase this to, let's do 20. And we can increase that. 64. Alright, so that will push it in. That will go up there. And that should give us a chance to at least fly back and look. Okay, so we do that. Everything will go up. And hopefully it shall end out here. Possibly. Maybe not. Atto. It is not here. Alright, flows up. Okay, it connects in. Oh, it did go. It actually went up really quick. That's not bad. It works. Obviously, it's not connected to anything, so it's not gonna do anything. So what we actually can do, we can actually just pop this belt back real quick. We can have it go here, and then we could just put like a block here just so it stops. So any item that's right there won't have to worry about it, not working. There we go. So anytime it comes over here, it will just get put on that, and then we're gonna have to put a block here, but I want it to make it look like it connects. Because if this comes up and it just fills, it's just going to start jumping off. That's not good. And everything else past it is not going to be input. So we're going to need to put a block here. I got to try and figure out what item would be good that can go in there. Let's try... Oh, I need pressed iron to make the sheets, brother. I got to try and figure out something I can put here. So if that goes on here, it will sit here. And that will just kind of loop. But if you have 7,000 things looping, it's not going to be that good. So let's test this again. Anytime it gets full, it will just get stuck here, obviously. So this will constantly be full no matter what. This is constantly going to be full. Anytime the train's not here, these should always just be full, hopefully, depending on if we're keeping the machines active. But that should also be for everything else, straight down. Now, everything does go up. We're going to test it real quick, again, with some more things. Now, see, I would activate these, but I have to wait till we have the trains active. Otherwise, we can't do that, and nothing's going to work. So we'll do that. We'll go out. And everything is already up here. And that was really quick. That was very fast. We were literally getting up here as it was entering this, pretty much. So it moves pretty quick. The fans are full speed, which means everything is going up at a max rate. Everything is going into the barrels at a max rate. So everything is just pushing. So, and a good thing is we have the buffer zone. Obviously, it'll be better if I do item vaults just because they hold a little bit more. But this one, we might actually need 2 trains. I'm not fully sure, but we'll have to try and figure something out. Obviously, the item vaults on the train are massive. Like, I don't know how much they can hold. I think they can hold over 400,000 blocks, hopefully. Which, I mean, it's perfectly fine for this. We can clear out 3 of everything pretty quick. And that's hopefully about 400,000 blocks per each train car. So, and each machine's going to be running the same speed, same everything. I think we're going to be all right. So, we just got to work on those 2 now. Let me jump down. Let me get some. I am not seeing any more casings, which is not a good thing because I need a lot more casings. So I'm going to have to make more. So let's go ahead and take a stack of this. We'll take the remaining 29. Obviously, we're going to have pillars going up, so we got to get everything. But of course, we have everything else here. So this will be blocks, everything like that. We don't need anything up here. That will go in here. Those will go there. So let's head out real quick. Let's turn all these into magical little casings. Alright, so let's go ahead and strip these logs of magic. And it's nighttime. There's so many spiders. There's 3 spiders in one little area.
Why? What's the point of that? They can't touch me.
I can't wait till we actually finish this area and then start with the other one, the other location, which is probably going to be a little bit more difficult just because that is a whole island. And yes, we are literally going to use the entire island. Now, every hole, everything like that, it's going to be completely filled. We're not going to have any caves or any, areas like that. Everything's going to be filled. The trees, the entire tree farm is going to be in the middle, and it's going to be a good few chunks. Everything around is going to be houses, buildings, power, stuff like that. We're going to need to literally lay out every single thing. So we're going to have a lot of work on this place. And then fishing, same thing probably. I'm going to have to try and figure out some things, but alright, so just set up the fan for this one. It is a little iffy. I don't know if that's actually going to connect or not. We'll find out. It looks like it can, so hopefully. We'll have to test that, but we do need power up here. So we'll just do this, break the coal, do that, and then, of course, just do a vertical with the shaft. Is that going the correct way or the wrong way? That is going the correct way. The fan is not, though. So we're going to have to swap this out just a little bit. So if you do that, we could do this with a gearbox here. Cool. You don't need power. Ah, that would make sense. I need a vertical. There we go. And poof, we connect right up in here. Nice. That is perfect. And we're stuck. Oh, I got it. Okay. We'll cover these up so we don't have blocks scattering out wherever they can go. So that is all set. Let's go ahead and put the casings in here. All right, we got stack number 2. Let's try. Everything will go up, fly in here, and fly to Mars. We go here. So now we just need to get power from there up to here. So let's dig here. We'll just do this. We'll go on this side. And of course we got, gotta keep going down just a little bit. So we'll do this. We'll rotate that. So that's the only way that spins. How nice. We'll add a gearbox here. And then we'll do this and we do that. So it connects. And then we just got to connect all these going all the way up. Those all connect. Hopefully it goes the correct way. It is not. Ooh, you know what that means. I don't. We'll just break these. We got to add a gearbox here. And we do that. That should flip it. Yes, it does. So now we could just take this. And of course, right here is where we need our rotation speed controller. So let me dig out just a little bit. We'll put this here. We'll put this one in this. So we do that. We should just be able to boom. Nope, I lied. All right, so all we gotta do is boom. We do this, and then we just need 2 verticals. That will spin. That is already going the correct way, which is kind of nice. I like that. Means I don't have to struggle. Put everything here. Everything on that will go. Hopefully nothing should break in. We are, of course, going to add some casings just in case. Make it simple and easy. Everything should go on here, go up there, and, well, travel through. But something we need to do, we actually need to put this up to 64, which is our standard that we're going to be using. So that will go here. That will go there. Just got to get rid of this, and then we go boom, boom. Perfect. All those go. Everything will fly off because, magic. And then we just got to set up more. So everything is actually set on that one. All we got to do is just swap these out. Whoopsie. And we need one more. Great. Which also means we need to go and get some more casings. So that's nice because we need one more. But we also got to power it so it looks like it's running. It looks like it's doing something, even though it's not. Now it is going to look a little iffy just because these 2 are connected and those 2 aren't. Technically, I could do something about that. I could try and push this closer, but that means that would have to go up one. Obviously, we don't have space for that or room, so we're going to have to keep it like this. We just need to make another one. So we need to go and get more
casings. Because great, why not?
So let's head back to base.
We'll get more casings. We'll come back and, well, do. Hooray. You get it.
Alright, so I got this fixed. We now have this one going. We also have our belts going. So, of course, like the only thing we can do, get rid of it. Now we just gotta place this one here, do that there. We go boom, and then we go kapow. Magic. Ouch. So we'll do that. And of course, we gotta get some astounding bricks. And we gotta do that right there. Obviously, we can figure out something that can go here and, in place of these. But right now, I think we're okay. Let me go ahead and throw these back in the box. And then we just gotta do this one. Because number 2 and number 1 are complete. We don't have to worry ever again. Just kidding, we probably do. I'm missing a dirt block. Alright, let's try and get number 3. Don't worry, I didn't panic. I didn't panic. We're alright. We're just gonna dig down here. Oh, there goes cobblestone. Bye-bye.
I didn't need you in the first place.
Even though I kind of do. We do a gearbox, we got the fans, we do verticals. Let's get these ones. I also need these things. So we gotta go to the bank, and then we go to the bank, and then of course, bingo. And of course, we gotta try and figure everything out. This one is gonna have to be a little different. We're gonna have to immediately go right, because this is way over here. Why am I lagging? So we're gonna need the belt to go over here, and then we're gonna need it to go. So we can probably get it to where it goes in, it goes out onto a belt, goes right for a good chunk, probably about to here, and then we could get a fan that will push it up, and then we can have this just continue down. Make it simple, make it easy, don't ever have to worry ever again. Probably, hopefully. Let's go up 2. Ooh. Alright, so we're actually gonna have to do it right here because we don't have space or anything. So let's get our barrel. We'll do that. We'll get our funnel. We do this. Bingo. Have it going, and then we just put these. Oh, come on. We do that. We're just gonna go out this way for a good chunk. I gotta cover this. So we're gonna have to get in line with this, which means we're gonna have to dig a little bit, man. Alright, we'll just continue out this way. Now, obviously, I can't dig down, which sucks. So we're gonna have to dig up maybe 1 or 2 just to, bring it there. I just gotta make sure I'm in line with everything. We are not. Cool. Actually, something I could do. We could just dig up. We'll be fine. And we'll have to go a little bit this way. Ouchie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So this can go right here. Okay, it can go right here. Uh-oh. Alright, so we can put that. Where's the thing? Right here?
Not that way, brother.
Now we have so much blocks that we gotta go through and get rid of now. Oh, my legs. They brokey. Oh, there we go. Connect. We now have a belt. And of course, we're gonna make this to where we can walk in it in case we need to ever walk in the belts. And of course, right here will be the fan. Perfect. This one, of course, you know the drill. We gotta make it to where it works. So we just put that here, and we will put gearboxes or cogwheels. Same thing. Right, where did I connect this? Right here. Okay. So we don't need anything on that one. We can actually just cover this up right here. So pretty good. We just need to power this now. So something we can do. And I don't have stuff for, never mind, I do have stuff for a gearbox. Alright, so that will go here. Obviously got to put one connected in that. I lied, it needs a vertical. I'm a little bit dumb. And boom, we are on the correct route. Ouchie, my legs. And the fan is going correctly. How great. Alright, and nope, we don't need another belt. I have a belt. Whoa, that will go here. We can actually push this out 1 more, which will be pretty good. Alright, we'll connect that. I lied. We'll connect this to here. Oh god. Alright, right here we obviously got to put rotation speed controller. That's right. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty close. So, got to put that there. But, you know what? We got to put other stuff too. Bonk, and then bonk. Perfect. And then this one, we can easily just connect over. Alright, let's get our other rotation controller. Where'd it go? I lost it. That's not good. Where'd it go? Never mind. Don't answer that. We'll do this. We're gonna have to go this way. Get our Lord Cogwheel. We'll put this at 64. Because, gotta have 64 speed. We then need to power this.
Well, it's in that forever now. Nice.
All right, and then we'll just put a gearbox.
I don't think I have the materials for. I mean, I got the materials, but I don't have any extra gearboxes. That's nice.
All right, so we got 2 gearboxes. We should just be able to bonk.
Get a little shaft, have that go kabonk, and then we go kabonk. Now it's not going, which is. Wait a minute, I'm just connecting that to that. That's already connected to that. What am I doing? I got to connect it to this, which means we go here. We do that. That will go up that way, which is perfect. Alright, so everything will get thrown in here. We don't need that.
Everything will get poofed in.
After it gets poofed out, it just digs through this. Spruce flanks here. Oh, I'm at the floor. Alright, so that will go up. And that will be like that. We will just put these here. And of course, we gotta add the little design and detail. I need one more. Brother, what? Alright, so we got all that. Let's just go ahead and put these in.
Whoa, whoa.
Pretty good.
Now, obviously, we are right
At a corner, what sucks, but oh well, it kind of actually flows for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. Alright, we'll do this and we'll just put these. Dang it. Alright, there we go. That will all go in. All those are gone. Well, we got to get those going. We'll just throw everything in here real quick so I can
sort everything
and figure out where I need to place everything. Alright, so a bad thing about that, I don't have any more wood, which is kind of crazy because I had a whole bunch, but now I don't. So we gotta go and get some more wood real quick. Then we can come back, get those started, and make sure everything works. Hooray! You know what? I'm just gonna take this tree. Perfect. No more tree, no more life, no more oxygen. Alright, we'll do this. We got 16 little tingy dingies. Alright, we'll do that, we'll do that. Boom, bingo, bongo. We do one of these, we'll just put that here, and then we just go poof. Those spin now perfectly. Perfectly golden. Totally magical. I need dirt. Perfect. We are good. So these 2 are set. It will come up, it will get placed, and go kapoofy. These spin. Nice. I hear them. There's a villager nearby. Yeah, I knew it. What do you got, young chap? Nothing. Well, I guess I don't need the villager farm over at the farming island just because I now can make emeralds. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
We're going to test this out though. We're going to do 3 stacks of stone bricks.
We're going to make sure it all goes. If it doesn't, we're screwed. If it does, we're good. So we would just bonk 1, and 2, and 3. That goes in. Let's verify. There's one here. Perfect. There's one there. And ooh, it's probably stuck right behind this, isn't it? No. Oh, that would make sense. I don't have a funnel on that one. Whoopsie, I'm a little bit stupid. Oh, let me just get a funnel.
But if that goes all the way through, then we're good.
It works. There we go. That goes. All right, let's get our casings. Let's case this up. All right, let's place this. Whoa, so quick. There we go. And boom, we are all set. Now we just got to put glass around these just to make it look a little tubish. But everything is fully complete. And we don't have to see it. Everything is stuck in here, which is kind of good, kind of cool. Anyone need any stripped logs? All right, so you may be wondering why I'm in this world. Well, I'm actually testing to see which one holds more. Barrels or item vaults. Now I'm thinking it's item vaults just because, you know, it's a vault. So it should be pretty good.
Barrels hold 1728.
Item vaults, ignore that. So barrels hold 1728. The single item vault holds 1280, which means barrels are better. That's kind of crazy. All right, well, I guess we are sticking with barrels. Good to know. All right, so we got all that going. The machines are powering. Our power is still powering. Everything is off. Well, because I don't have space for anything right now. I gotta wait for the train to function. So if you have any ideas on what design we can do for this, I'm probably just gonna do some simple rooms. Wall them off, do simple rooms like that. We'll have these right in the center, front view. Obviously putting glass around them. Pretty simple, easy stuff. Each one will have its room, and then this will be like a hallway where you can go to each room. So we'll have a wall here, and then we'll have a big door that can go into this. So if you need in here, you go in here. If you need in here, you could go in here. We just got to try and figure that out. Probably have to go in, dip out, and boom, go around. And then power will have its own room. So if you ever need to come in here, we can just click that. But if you have any ideas on what we can do for these ones, let me know. Instead of my ideas, we'll try and figure it out. And of course, these are full, but we can't do anything about that because we don't have an active train. So that means we're going to have to start building some bridges or getting our base set for a bridge. But for right now, unfortunately, we can't do that because we do have to end today's video here. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do want to see some extra content, I do have a second channel in the description. Ouchie, my legs. We also have started recently streaming on Twitch and Kick, so if you do want to check those out, again, everything is in the description. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.